Hi friends, welcome to my channel Cyber Shadow. In the last class, we have learned what is Wireshark, how we can use it, how hackers will be stealing our credentials. If you missed that video, kindly please check in the playlist in my channel and please see that video. There is a very useful information which I have shared there practically. And today in our session, we'll be talking some of the tools, which are top 10 tools. In the top 10 tools, right now I will be discussing about two tools. I'll be telling you the two tools which I will be discussing now. The two tools are first one is Nmap and the second one is Metasploit and Framework. What is Nmap? What is Metasploit? What is Burpsuit, Wireshark, Hydra, SQL Map, John the Ripper, Nikto, Wasp Zap, and Aircrack NG? These all are the 10 tools which will be very useful for doing hacking. That means ethical hacking. In this video, in this tutorial, we'll be not showing anywhere black hat hacking or a criminal hacking. But for the awareness purpose, we'll be showing you the practically how the hackers will be doing hacking by taking the advantage of these applications or the tools which are openly available in the Kali Linux OS. So that in our channel, we will be showing you every in detailly all these 10 tools for doing hacking. So right now we'll be discussing the first two tools which is called Nmap and Metasploit. For this Nmap, what is Nmap? It is a powerful tool for network scanning, host discovery, and a vulnerability assessment. It helps identify open ports, running services, and gather reconnaissance information. What does that mean? That means for every web server which is running somewhere in the world, from here or ever anywhere from the earth, we can access just by taking its IP address or else the domain name. How? I'll be showing you right now. In that the scanning, we can do network scanning and the host discovery whether the service and the server is alive, it is up and running or not. And the vulnerability assessment. That means is there any content which is revealing us so that we can take the advantage of that content and we can move further. So I'll be showing you here by taking the examples of my web server which is running in my local machine. Are you able to see my screen? That means Kali Linux, which I'll be using as an attacker machine, or you can think as hacker. In the here again, the I have turned on another OS that is called web server, which is running as a Linux server, and the OS is Metasploitable too. In this web server, there is a web page and so many services are running. So I'll be taking advantage of Nmap tool and I'll be showing all the services which is running and is there any sensitive information which we can take holder. So by doing that reconnaissance, that means enumeration, that means checking the information. Okay, we can tick all the pieces of the information into one paper. I'll be showing you right now. Going further into Nmap tool, I want to show you. Right now, I have been attached to one of the Wi-Fi in my home network and the same Wi-Fi, but I don't know. For example, if you are telling this is the web server, but I don't know the IP address. Imagine that I don't know IP address. How we can find the IP address of an OS which is running in our local network or the local Wi-Fi network? There is a command called there is a command called network discovery. That is a command line interface tool. I'll be showing you to use that network discover net discover hyphen I. Why I am using hyphen I means I am telling go and search only with ethernet 0 interface and hyphen R and the network range I have given. How I got to know the network range? I'll be showing you with my IP address. This is my IP address. Here you can see ethernet 0 is one of the ethernet in my local machine. And my IP address is the Kali IP address is 192.168.1.10. That means 1.10. So that by taking this as a consideration, I have imagined and I have know that this is my range 1.1 by slash 24. This is called CIDR representation. We will be discussing what is CIDR representation. Why we have slash 24. If at all slash 24 is there, 256 devices can be connected within at a time at one Wi-Fi or else at one network. Why only 256? This everything in detail we'll be discussing into our further classes. To know that, please stay tuned to our channel and regularly please watch our videos. So coming to the point, here I am specifying the network range and I want to search how many devices are there in my network range. By clicking on the enter and typing the password, so here I can able to see. Are you able to see? There are some IPs has been listing here. 192.168.1.4 and its MAC address and its length and its count and its MAC vendor. We are able to see here. And 1.1 is a router IP address. Router 1 IP address start with 1.1. From 1.1 to 255 IPs we can take. 256 is the last IP address that is for broadcasting. I will be discussing later what is broadcasting, everything. What is ARP poisoning? What is ARP? How we can get the IP address? How router is assigning to each and everyone? We will be discussing later. But right now, as we are topic, we are discussing with Nmap tool. So here we are able to see one, two, three, and the four. This one will not be counting. This is because that's a router one. So we'll be seeing which IP address is belongs to our web server. So we can stop this one by clicking on Control plus C. So by taking into consideration the first IP, I want to check whether the first IP here we are seeing, but the first IP is really host is up. Is there any host is running? Host means operating system. Is there any system or OS is running or not? So to check that, we have a command. We have lots of commands. We can call those commands as switches. We can call those commands as switches in the Nmap. For example, any interviewer you will be asking what is what for this switch. What you can answer like this. Switch means don't get confusion. Switch means is a command which we can use in Nmap. So we'll be discussing so many switches later. Right now coming into Nmap tool. Nmap and directly I am typing with 1.1 or else 1.4. First of all I want to check is this 1.1 is really alive or else net discover tool is showing wrong way. We'll be check copy paste, just click on enter, copy paste the IP address and click on enter. We'll be seeing here whether the really the server where really the IP is in upstate or it is in downstate. If it is upstate, what we can do? If it is downstate, what we can do? See here, this is my router IP address. In this router IP address also, we are seeing SSH as a filtered. Filtered means there is a firewall running backside. So we can't do anything as of now. As of now, we can't do anything. And the service is called telnet. It is also filtered. Domain is there. HTTPS yes is running. So these many services are running in my 1.1 IP address. That means my router. So going into the next server, that is 1.4. That is 1.4. Here I want to check whether just only for it is up and running or not. To check that whether the host is alive or not, to check that the switch is hyphen small s and the small n. So by clicking on small s small n, are you able to see this one? It is a virtual box. It is a virtual box. First only I have shown you in virtual box manager only I am running the web server. So it is 200% sure web server is running in the virtual box. So that means it is the host IP address one is up. That means 1.4 comes under web servers. So as I have told you that our victim should be 1.4, that means the web server. So here only we got to know that we have a virtual box inside that there is a web server running. The IP address of this web server is 1.4. So no need of checking all this. You can see that 1.9. This is also one of the IP address. So who is 1.9? It is like we will be checking here and there. So in our laptop, in our computer, how many OSs are running? In the virtual box, Linux is running, web server is running, and these all are not running. These all are in powered off state. But what about this host API? What about this host system? We'll be checking that also. I am clicking the command prompt in my host system. ipconfig will be the command to check the IP address. Are you able to see 1.9? That means here we are able to see 1.9. That is for Azure Wave technology. Why Azure Wave technology means in my laptop I have been logged in with online account. That is why we are seeing Azure Wave Technologies. So that means that is my laptop, host laptop. Are you able to see 1.11? This is my phone. So I have an Apple phone, so that is why I am seeing Apple. So 1.14. This is also another phone that we have, but I can't show you right now. Taking the phone and showing the IP address. So by all this taking into one consideration, we got to know 1.4 is our victim. is the server which we need to do hacking right now by taking Nmap as a command tool. So going somewhat further, the web server is running. So why to check? I need to check whether it is Nmap is given exactly or not. So it is it is a command called ifconfig. In that eth1, my mouse cannot be seen inside that. So I am here only. I am stopping. Are you able to see eth1 in that 192.168.1.4? That means exactly we got to know that the IP address which is given by network discovery is 100% sure and correct. And here also 1.1.4, it is in up and running. Let's go somewhere further to check what are the services is running in a server. There is a command call, there is a switch in the Nmap called Nmap, and the IP address 192.168.1.4, and we can check all the IP addresses. We can check all the IP addresses. IP addresses belongs to servers running, and inside the services are running. 1.4. Jesse, are you able to see all the services which is running? The port is running and the state is open or closed. And what about the service? Service are FTP service is running, SSS service, Telnet, SMTP, so on. There are lots of more IP addresses, lots of more services are running in this one server. So by seeing here, we got to know that there is a server running, it's up and running, and inside that there is no firewall, there is no filtered ports. That means there is no firewall, so we can do whatever we want. If there is a vulnerability, then only we can do whatever we want. And the port number and the service type. So if at all any interviewer are asking you what is a switch means command, nmap command, what is a switch can be used to know the version disclosure, to know the service version, for any IP, then we need to tell like this. Same command nmap 192.168.1.4 hyphen small s and the capital V. Small s and the capital V. This we can be showing server version, services version in a server. This takes a somewhat little bit time because it need to check all the services which is running, and for every service versions are there or not. If at all version is there, what is the version? Are you able to see here? It's the same data which is given, but here one data is externally added. That means the version column is externally added. Are you able to see port 21? It is open, service is FTP. What are the version? VS FTPD 2.3.4. It's the same for SSH, Open SSH 4.7 P1 Debian. It's the same Telnet. It's the same SMTP domain. For everything, wherever, for everything, wherever we are getting the version, wherever we are getting the version, Nmap will take the version and show in front of us. So by taking this data, we can get to know that yes, versions are there. We can see the version. But how we can trust Nmap? Is it surely giving 100%? No, we can't tell that 100% sure. It can be 99%, it can be 90%, but 100% can't show. So for in this scenario, I want to show you practically whether it is given 100% sure or not. Are you able to see it in the 80 port? There is a HTTP service is running. HTTP means we can be open only through, not only we can open through any browser. So here it is showing version is Apache HTTP 2.2.8. We will be seeing what is the IP address of this web server running. 1.4. Copy, and I'm pasting anywhere. I'm pasting anywhere in any browser. So here I want to paste. After pasting it, are you able to see one of the web page is running? One of the web page is running. That means the server is up and running. Inside the services are running. Inside the 80 port HTTP service is also running. So we are able to see the web page. Are you able to see this right side one icon? It is called Vapalizer. It is called Vapalizer. It is a tool. It is a tool which we can be seeing so many services and the versions. Are you able to see here? Are you able to 2.2.8 Apache HTTP server 2.2.8? It is the same. It is the same which is shown 2.2.8. Exactly same. That means in this scenario, Nmap is worked 100% sure and it is giving exact version of the HTTP Apache version. So going some more further, this like this we can tell that the version can be shown by Nmap command tool. Nmap command tool. It is a network. It is a network scanning tool. By this we can take we can done host discovery. Vulnerability assessment also we can do. Ports open we have seen. Running services we have seen, and some of the gathered information also we have seen. So as I have discussed, this is the Nmap is very powerful tool. These all the systems, these all the we can see. So going somewhere further to the next tool that is called Metasploit framework. That is called Metasploit. The full name is Metasploit Framework, but we can call it as Metasploit in short. How we can open Metasploit? In the same command tool, in the same command line, sudo msf console. By clicking on this command, we can open Metasploit Framework. Just a bit of time it will take because it's a framework. You need to load so many modules, exploits, auxiliaries, host. I'll be telling you what was there are 2529 exploits, 1302 auxiliaries, 432 post, 167 to payloads, encoders, norms, evasions. Right now, don't get any confusion. In future, in upcoming session, I'll be showing you what are all these, how we can take the advantage of all these exploits, evasions, post, auxiliaries by everything what we can do further. Please stay tuned to our channel so that we'll be posting everything, every video in very in-depthly so that you'll get so much knowledge. So kind up to now, if you like my video, please like the anywhere if you are thinking it is very useful, please like my video and subscribe. And going somewhere further, are you able to see MSF6? That means Metasploit framework. Inside the Metasploit framework, we are there right now. But there is here the tip I can give. Inside the Metasploit framework also you can use Nmap. I will be showing practically. Same inside the Metasploit framework, inside the Metasploit console, we can tell that we can use Nmap also. Clicking on the enter, are you able to see it is executing Nmap command in see it's the same data given. That means why I have told you it's a framework because it's not a small tool. Inside the framework we can use lots of tool. Like this example, I have shown you how Nmap can be useful in the Metasploit framework. First of all, I have not discussed what is Metasploit framework. I will be telling you what is Metasploit framework. It's a widely used penetration testing platforms for developing, testing, and executing exploits. It enables security professionals to simulate attacks and validate vulnerabilities. That means by taking the advantage of Metasploit framework, we can create we can create so many. That means we can do exploits. That means we can do hacking. We can take reconnaissance. That means we can gather the information of any individual OS or any server or any services running. We can take the gathered information and we can develop and we can test the code. What not? We can do lots of things inside the Metasploit framework. Also, we are using lots of tools. That there are so many advantages. We can do encoding. We can prepare malwares. We can prepare viruses, everything we can prepare, but up to some extent only. It is not a ever-ending process, and it is not a constant process also. So don't think that hacking is very simple. It is purely depends upon logic only. If you have the knowledge, use it wisely. Don't misuse. Okay, going somewhat further, what is we have learned what is MSF console. That means Metasploit framework. Here, are you able to see for this server IP? We are able to see FTP service. FTP service. Here, are you able to see VSFTPD 2.3.4? Yes, 100% you are able to see. So, in Metasploit framework, taking one example, I'll be showing you how this can be useful. Search for search for VSFTPD 2.3.4. I'll just copy and paste here. Search for VSFTPD 2.3.4. Are you able to see this index number? Exploit. Unix means Linux. Any Linux. FTP. VSFTPD 234 backdoor. It is discovered in 2011 and rank is excellent. I will be showing you how to use this one. This is called a exploit. This is called a exploit. That means exploit means it's a code. It's a code. Here we are able to see one service is running, FTP service is running. Now I will be taking the example of this FTP service and I will be showing you how I will be hack this. I will hack this web server. Here only the web server is on and it is running. But without touching this MSF, without touching this web server, I will be showing you how we can hack this web server. Okay, going somewhere further, we can use commands as use 0. 0 means the index number, use 0. It is taking no payload configured, but defaulting to CMA, CMD Unix interact. That means payload will be there. For exploit, 100% payload should be there. I will be telling you what is payloads, what is exploit in depth in the future upcoming session. But payload should be there. Here payload we have not configured. So defaulting to CMD Unix interaction. This is the payload. This is also a code. So here we can show, we can go somewhere further like show options. It is one of the commands. Here are we able to see our host. Except this Kali Linux, the host mission is called remote mission. Web server is called remote mission. And this web server will think that this is the host mission. And for this web server, Kali Linux is the remote mission and Windows 11 host mission is also a remote mission. So don't get confusion. What is our host? Our host means except the server. That here in this case Kali Linux. Except this Kali Linux, which server you want to, or else which computer you want to do hack, that is called r host. Here I want to do hack as web server. Set r host. What is the IP address of r host? 192.168.1.4. Clicking on the enter, again set r port. Here FTP service is running on 21 port. So here also set r port 21. Enter. And now click on the exploit. That means we are trying to hack. We are trying to do hacking for the web server. Did you see something else here? 192.168.1.4 for 21 port. Banner it is taken 220. VS FTP 2.3.4. In the same 331, please specify the password. It is asking. Backdoor service has been spammed and handling. UID user ID. That means 0. 0 means root. Root means head. That is called in Windows we'll be calling as administrator. In Linux we'll be calling as the root user. Here directly we got shell as a root user. Shell means it's a piece of code. It's a piece of code. That means it is like a command prompt. Whatever we'll be doing as a graphically, we can be using terminal also. We can do all the things. All the things we can do by using terminal. But we need to have better knowledge on commands. Here you are able to see user ID 0 root. Okay, group ID 0 root. Found shell, command shell, session 1 open. This is our IP address. Starting only I have shown. Which from which port it gone? 34,757 port. From my laptop, from Kali Linux OS, taking this port as the outgoing and gone to 1.4 for 6,200 inside port for web server. Here it is telling that command shell has opened. Did it is really open? We'll check it right now. Who am I? Are you able to see? It is root ifconfig. Ifconfig. Are you able to see 1.4? It is the same we have seen here. Did you remember? See, are you able to see? 192.168.1.4. That means 200% we have hacked this web server. We have hacked this Metasploitable too by taking the advantage of Metasploit framework inside that exploits. By taking the advantage of these codes, we have hacked the web server in my laptop. The web server by using the 21 port number, that is FTP service is running by taking a backdoor. Okay, did you understood what we have done? We have successfully hacked the Metasploit framework and we have got a shell. So by learning this, we can go back. To go back, exit is a command. From here also, exit is a command. Again, we came to Kali Linux. That means we have dropped that shell. We have removed that server and we have came into our Kali Linux. By this, we can get to know that how we can be using Nmap and how we can be using Metasploit framework. Don't get confusions. We will be having so many doubts. Just put a comment in the chat box, or else directly you can put messages in the comment section. I will be seeing every comment and I will be explaining you every doubts in the description. My LinkedIn profile is there and the portfolio is there. Please go and check it. If at all you have any doubts, directly you can contact me in the LinkedIn, or else I'll be pasting you my Gmail address also. Directly you can put a mail if at all you have any doubts. And in the further section, we'll be having the sessions of these all the tools, remaining all tools, to get to know what are all these tools which we'll be using in our further sections. Please stay tuned for our channel called Cyber Shadow, and please do comment if you like my video. Please click on the like button and share button. And this is what I want to tell. Thank you for joining me on the session. Thank you, friends. Bye. Take care.